The truth.
How's your shoulder feeling?
Shoulder feels good.
Are you still feeling discomfort or anything like that when you play or practice?
I mean, today was kind of like practice. We did a lot of shooting and stuff. Felt fine. So you can't really simulate, well, you can, but you don't want to really simulate stuff that happens in games, and have a chance of, re-aggravating it in practice. So it felt good doing practice, and we'll see how it feels tomorrow.
What are you looking forward to most about getting Kuzma on the floor tomorrow?
Just have another, guy back on the team. He's able to score the basketball, defend. He's a big part of our team and what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish. And it's good for him. He wants to be a part of it so bad, and now he has a chance to come back tomorrow and be a part of it. And we're only getting better by adding him.
I know you haven't been able to play a whole lot with him since arriving, but what has surprised you the most, or what have you learned about him in your time around him?
He works extremely hard. I mean, he worked his ass off to get back, every day before practice, after practice. He's one of those guys you got to, pull off the floor. He's been doing a great job with Coach Phil on, adding to his game, and standing in the weight room and getting stronger, make sure his foot is okay. And, it all paid off. And so, the more I see him work, the more he inspired me, because, seeing a guy work that hard and knowing what he wants, it makes us go out there and play even harder.
He had such a different dimension for what you guys are able to do, and with an injury like that, you don't know how long it can last. When you knew that he was going to be out, into the start of the regular season, were you at all concerned about if you guys would lose ground in the West or in the standings while you waited for him?
No, it just made everybody have to step up. Anytime a guy goes out, guys have to step up, and that's a good thing about our team. We have, so many guys who can play the game of basketball and play the right way and wants to win, that you can throw any guy in there and we do okay. We started Duz in the preseason game. Duz came in, AC has been ready and started the second half. So we throw guys in the fire, and we have guys who can handle it.
Anthony, have you thought about how you guys can match up defensively in a group that was you, LeBron, and Kuzma, and just him coming back and what kind of players he could defend?
Yeah, I mean, he can guard 1 through 4. It definitely adds a lot to our defense, adds a lot to our offense. Lineups can look a little different now. We can go with a tall lineup. We have me, Bron, and Kuz on the floor, 3, 4, 5. And they're like Danny and Rondo, whoever else can be at the point. So we have a lot of options now that we have Kuz, and we can switch some things up, and that's the most exciting part.
Kuz has talked a lot about wanting to improve both as a playmaker and a defender and bring those dimensions to his game. Based off what you saw playing against him the last couple of years, have you seen those strides?
He haven't really, when I'm on the other side, I want to go at Kuz, so, and I feel like no one can guard me, so, he always struggled defensively against me. No, I mean, but he wants to make that jump, knowing the defensive team that we can be, everybody wants to be better defensively, and just seeing Avery Bradley makes us want to be better defensively. And then offensively, I mean, he was young, first 2 years, you're trying to find yourself in the league, and he was definitely ahead of the curve. And now that he's found himself and he's even more confident than what he was coming to the league, he's going to be outstanding.
How long did it take you in your development and the type of versatility that you have now to really feel confident in
that? 3 years. I think about maybe in the middle of my 3rd year, I felt very confident. He's going to have a lot of open shots. He's going to be able to play make. He's going to be able to have isolations. And he's worked on all of that. He's worked on the shooting. He's worked on a lot of things in his game that's going to help us. And he's very confident. So we're excited to have him back.
Porzingis has kind of the unique length, even in the NBA. Is that a guy that you want to try to get out on the floor and take off the dribble? Or, I'm so sure it would depend on the game situation. But.
Yeah, it depends on the game. I mean, the Florida game, he's a great shot blocker. You try to get into his body, You know, same way. It's always tough because I mean I'm in the same situation. You know, guys try to do the same thing. You know, bring me on the floor and go by me. He can give guys space and still get a great contest. So he's one of those guys that's a little tricky.
Last question, please.
You talked before about how you feel like sometimes LeBron can kind of take the lead in a game for you and ease some of the burden off your shoulders a little bit. Do you feel like Kuz is another one of those guys who kind of lifts that for you a little bit?
Absolutely. With his scoring ability, his ability to draw defenders' eyes, he's able to take pressure off of everyone. That's why we're so excited to have him back. You know, we can, put Kuz on the floor and know he can go get a bucket for us, and also be able to defend on the other end. So, I say it's a good problem to have. We have a lot of guys who can score the basketball, create for themselves, and when you have that, it takes a burden off everyone's shoulders.
How was your night last
Great.
night?
Great.
What went into the process? How long did it take?
It took about 3.5 hours. So I felt like my wife for a change, with hair and makeup and all that stuff. How long it take for her to get ready. But yeah, it was a long process, but very fun.
How heavy were the scissors?
Huh?
How heavy were the scissors?
It wasn't the fact that how heavy they were. It was the fact that I couldn't hold a drink.
What made you want to be?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the movie. Obviously, Johnny Depp has done some great movies along the way. I like Tim Burton as well, some of the movies that he's done. So I was just kind of, I went through like 4 or 5 different characters of people that I may wanted to be, and kind of landed on that one.
What were some others?
Freddy Krueger, Beetlejuice, who JaVale ended up being. So glad I didn't pick that one. Michael Myers, who I've been before, but that's kind of easy. It's a mask and some raggedy clothes. And Pinhead was another one too, but I ended up settling. I mean, not settling, but going with Edward Scissorhands.
What was your favorite costume that wasn't your own?
Actually, my trainer, Mike Mancias, was Penguin last night, and it was incredible. And no one knew who he was. No one knew until you actually had a conversation with him, and then you was like, "Is that Mike?" He was really good.
Did you get a pretty good sense of what it would be like to be with Scissorhands?
No. I don't want to be. I mean, it's a sad movie, to be honest, man. A guy just being by himself and being lonely, being misunderstood. I wouldn't want to be in that situation, but they definitely aced that role for sure.
So that's not a character you relate to?
No, I'm not. No.
Thought maybe we're gonna get really deep here.
No. We're not going there with it. I'm in a happy place.
You guys have given out awards at your Halloween party in the past. Did you do that again?
No, because it wasn't technically mine. It was, my wife had a lot to do with it, and some friends of hers. So I had no say-so on what was going on in production. Nothing. I just showed up. I invited my teammates. I got an invite. My wife was kind enough to give me an invite list that I can invite some of my people, and that was it. So yeah, normally if it was my party, we give out awards: best costume, scariest costume, best couple, things of that nature. But it wasn't officially my party.
Was Kuz able to practice with you guys today?
Kuz was able to practice with us today.
How's he looking?
I mean, he looks like Kuz, but it's going to take a little bit for him to get back into game shape. He hadn't played since USA basketball before he had the stress reaction. Obviously, he's been training and working out, but like I always tell you guys, there's no substitution for actually game, fatigue and game stamina. So, that will come though. But it's great to have him back on the floor. We definitely missed him.
With the stress reaction, those can linger. You don't know how long it'll go. What kind of relief is it to be getting him back after 4 games, 3-1?
He did what he's supposed to do. He stayed off of it until he was cleared. Sometimes us as competitors and us having that drive, you can get an injury that can linger, and one day you feel good. You're like, okay, I want to get back on it. I want to get back on it, and it actually causes a longer period of time for you to get back. But he did what he's supposed to do. He's a smart kid, and it's the reason why he's back so fast right now in the season, because he took care of business the right way.
What kind
physical adjustment period for him? What kind of adjustment in terms of understanding what you guys are doing this year? Do you think that
Well, I mean, he gonna learn that, very easily because at the end of the day, we share the ball, we move the ball, we play fast, or try to play fast. We want great shots, and then we want to defend. It's not that hard, It's easy for us, and we don't care who has it going. If you got it going, we're gonna keep on coming back to you. As AD had the last game, guys are always gonna play a big part, no matter who get the opportunity. So, Kuzma fit right in.
Let's wrap it up, please.
LeBron, you had a food truck for the firefighters. How important was that they did for you guys and your family and the community also?
Just for the community, period. It's not about me and my family. Obviously, we are victims of the fire and of the evacuation, but it's for the whole community, and it's for those men and women who sacrifice their time and their lives, at times to go out there and fight such, things that none of us would ever want to be a part of. Those deadly, situations. So that's just my appreciation. Came from my mind, came from my heart, and I hope the tacos is good.
When the Rams, the fires that happened in Thousand Oaks a couple of years ago, a bunch of the Rams, like you, had to evacuate their homes. They talked about afterwards how it brought them closer to that sense of community that where they were living. Do you feel that same way, like something commonality with people?
I'm already, close with my community where I'm at anyways. I've been there 5 years now, full time for the last 2 years. But none of us right now are in the community. We're all outside of the community. So, but it's a great community to be in, that's for sure. All right.